The last time I came here, there was quite a lot of algae, but it looks like
around
it's...
the side now.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Yeah,
less now.
last week we put the waders on and cleared it out. Because it's a new pond and because it's a liner based, it takes a long time for it to settle. So we had a bloom of algae which we had to remove to the banks. Aesthetically in time, but we have used with effect, and I must say, is using EM on
Oh,
the
so you did
algae.
actually use EM in
Yes,
there, yeah?
yes.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't going to make a comment because I
No.
wasn't lining you up, but cool.
because time got away with us, it got to too big a bloom. It would have cost us too much and too much effort to put that much into it. So basically, what we're going to do now, we've cleared it. The sink in my biolab is connected directly to here, so I can then put buckets of EM
Directly into it.
straight into it, which will flush through and just help to keep that balance, you know, because the edges were done with upside down turf, so there's a lot of nitrogen that's leaked into the pond, which has caused that bloom. And until these plants are structured in lily pads and everything else, you know, we have to help it a little bit, because again, it's a linus, that's not a natural thing. You know, most ponds, if they're natural, have a soil base, which is where the roots and insects and that whole balance of oxygenated plants. But because we've had to put ours in baskets, because it is a liner and there's no soil, but in time, those plants that drop their leaves, everything falls in there, that will build up a natural.
And also, when you get the lily pads growing in excess in here, you'll create a cover crop
Yeah,
anyway.
again, you'll shade out, so there won't be the area
Yeah.
for that algae to. Yeah, you'll probably see frogs. There's snails, dragonflies, not on a windy day, on a sunny day. Many times that weekend I've come up and sat on here and there are so many dragonflies. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. Oh, that was a bee. Oh, there was a dragonfly. But there are, you know, some amazing, I think 4 different types of dragonfly we've had here. And the damselflies, and it's just when the sun's out, it is beautiful. But you can actually go for a swim. We've designed it so it goes down steady. It's only about this deep in the middle. 3/4 of these plants are on the edible spectrum as well. So you've got water mint and everything else, but we can't use them yet until the balanced water naturally settles, because you could have E. coli. So again, because it's a food source, we have to have it tested. So that's that. So we have swales similar to what I said by the windrow. We've got 3 of them here, and basically they fill up with water in the winter or when there's a wet period, and you'll get different insects, and then in the summer they drop and they crack, blah blah blah. And also when these flood, if we need to, we can actually have a pump system. We can take that water back up to our water bowsers at the top. So the whole cycle, we could, if we want to raise this because it becomes low and the plants suffer, we can put our rainwater directly into this and bring it up. So we can control the environment quite easily to get the best out of the environment. It's not for, you know, us. It's obviously different parts of the year when it's supposed to be wet. We can help nature because we want nature to be part of this whole process.
Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing how it's, you know, kind
Well,
of
I found a
established itself.
video for 2 years ago when they first started digging that hole, and it's just like a deserty brown with a hole. That's 2
Oh, I
years
remember.
ago.
I remember. Yeah, it was literally a brown hole.
You know, people think about also insects, but they need to drink. So again, you know, they can only drink so much, but if there's no dew in the morning, there is at the minute, because obviously the night temperature's dropping, you know, you're giving those insects, again, which most of them are predators, you know, and that brings the birds in. The birds then eat the slugs, the predators, you know, all of the whole thing, the beetle larvae that, you know, eat baby slugs. We had a really bad infestation of slugs beginning this year. We lost a lot of crops because we haven't got the balance yet, because it was new. And this is why we're putting more trees in. Because at the minute, birds are coming from this hedge, darting in, darting out, because they don't feel safe. So by putting trees in our vegetable patches, they can drop down, and they feel safe. So we're doing it for a principle of windbreaks, but also allowing the birds, you know, the things that will eat one of our biggest problems, which is slugs.
It's interesting that you're not using a repellent for slugs.
No.
You're learning from it.
Well, no, because most repellents affect other insects.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the market that would just solely go, really, just for a slug. And there's this new one that's got micro sharp bits of crystals in it, which is supposed to really irritate slugs, but it does damage to so many other things.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is
And,
it's a
yeah.
detrimental effect on the rest of the ecosystem, just so that you can kill some slugs. But actually, if you find a way of being able to then feed those slugs, you
Yes.
know, to the rest of nature,
Yeah.
then they will come in and help you anyway.